country. And until we see criminal justice reform, so we stop the mass incarceration of black women and men across this country. Is that right? We are going to say stand up and fight back until we get full reparations for everything that's been stolen from black people in this country. Do I hear an amen? We are going to stand up and fight back until we have restored complete equity and equality so that all people can live in this country and then belong freely. Do I hear an amen? All right. Miss Samara and I are going to read off some names to you. And then we're going to take 8 minutes and 46 seconds to kneel in silence and lift up the names of all those who have lost their lives, either due to police violence of unarmed black women and men, or some other injustice that took their lives. And I'm here to say, as an SEIU District 1199 leader, we are not going to sit down, we are not going to shut up, we are going to stand up against police violence on black women and men in this country. Quit shooting unarmed black women and men in this country. That's right, that's right. All right, so let me go ahead and start reading the names. What's your other name? Breonna Taylor.
George Floyd.
Ahmaud Arbery.
Sandra Bland.
Tamir Rice, here in Cleveland.
Rathan John.
Oscar Grant.
Freddie Gray.
Eric Gardner.
Jermaine Reed.
Michael Brown.
Eric Harris.
Dante Parker.
Tyree King.
Alton Sterling.
Emmett Till.
Maya Hall.
Walter Scott.
Tony Robinson.
And Terrence Cooper.
Jordan Davis. We could just take a knee for 8 minutes and 46 seconds.
Nobody ever mentioned Melissa and Russell that got shot down 137 times in East Cleveland.
Actually,
Never hear that mentioned.
before we start, my brother, go ahead. Say those names, and then anybody else that has a name, let's put it out.
Melissa and Russell, who got shot down 137 shots in East Cleveland. I never heard no one mention them. We mention everyone else. Timothy Russell and Melissa.
Say their names. Say their names.
Yes, and also my sister was born in Brooklyn in 1989. My sister was married, she was 19 years old. Her name is Kiana Blakey.
Desmond Franklin.
David McAddy.
Anyone else? Say their names.
Right now, can we please have a moment of silence? Right now, can we please have a moment of silence in honor of George Floyd for 8 minutes and 46 seconds? And all those that we lost due to gun violence. Thank you.
Ms. Brent, representative here in Cleveland, Ohio, if you'd like to speak, I want to give you an opportunity and thank her for participating and coming out. Thank you so much.
Oh goodness. That 8 minutes, when people tell you it's 8 minutes, yes. Hi, I'm State Representative Juanita Brent, and that 8 minutes felt like forever. And the same time that we spent on our knees, and when some of us spent a little shaking, imagine suffocating, imagine can't breathing. We are fighting for so much more than just George Floyd. So many people that we never saw on video camera, so many people that don't have a name, that we've never heard of, that we are fighting for. We are fighting for protection at work. No one should have to be at work, have to be concerned if they're going to have the correct PPE or not. No one should have to be at work having to feel like they have to jeopardize their life. No one should have to be at work having to think, well, maybe this might be my last day at work. We are fighting for so much more. And those 8 minutes on the floor made you feel like you wanted to give up, then you was never here really for the fight. At the State House right now, we have our staff. They're not union members at all. We're fighting for unions at the State House because our members, staffs, are not feeling protected. So when you say union for all, even on the government level, we need union protection. All of us have to keep fighting. The Montgomery bus boycott was 385 days. So these little couple months that we've been doing is nothing. It's nothing. 385 days. Most of us can barely commit to a diet. I'm not talking about myself when I say that. So this is going to take discipline. This is going to take commitment. And we are going to have to stand strong together. I'm going to have to lean on you. You're going to have to lean on me. We're going to have to do this together and hold each other accountable. When something happened, I'm leaning. I know Becky, she's going to push me back on in. Because we are stronger together. I got almost kind of emotional because I wanted to get up when we were sitting on my knee. I wanted to get up so badly, but I knew George Floyd didn't have that opportunity to get up. So we stand today and we fight back for George Floyd and for everyone who's had to deal with the injustice of our education system, the injustice within our medical system. I just had a woman call my office telling me about her daughter was pregnant and lost her baby to COVID. And now the healthcare, the life insurance won't cover it. Now we're talking about injustice in our schools. They want to send our babies back to school, but they're not providing PPE. We're not talking about hand hygiene. What are we going to do about the teachers? Who's going to protect them? The fight is far from over. Far from over.
That's right.
I thank you guys so much for what you guys are doing. Please know that what you're doing is not in vain. I love all of you guys, and we are fighting at the State House for you every day. Well, I'm fighting. I'm fighting. And I love y'all. I'm trying to hold back the tears, but thank you so much for inviting me, and stay strong, stand up, and fight back.
Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. My name is Samara Knight, Executive Vice President, Civic Engagement and Community Outreach here in Cleveland, SCIU District 1109. I would like to thank everyone for coming out here today, but echoing Juanita's words and our President, Becky Williams, that 8 minutes, an eternity down there on that floor. and to know that everyone walked past them, couldn't help them, didn't try to help him, or some that was scared to help him, we got to stop that. We got to start sticking up for one another no matter what your race is. That's right. At the end of the day, like Martin Luther King said, we might all came here on different ships, but we're in the same boat now. And until we act like that, our country will not change. I am so proud to see so many faces out here, faces that I've never seen before, but so many young children out here that's fighting now because the struggle will continue for black lives. People always say, all lives matter. That should be the fact, but until black lives matter, all lives doesn't matter. And we here today to say this is about black lives matter. That's what doesn't matter to this country. And I'm proud of my heritage. I'm proud to be black. And I say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud today. This is an emotional day for me. I lost 2 nephews to gun violence, and it hits home. For those of you who don't know what it feels like to be black, I wish you could walk one day in our shoes. One day in our shoes. You get upset because we speaking out. This is part of our country. We built this country. And we're going to keep fighting in this country until we have a seat at the table and make decisions for black lives. So I say it loud, say it with me, say it loud. I would like to turn this over to a good union friend of mine, and who's always been supportive of SEIU 1199 events. Miss Dickerson, SEIU mother, please come up and sing us out a prayer. Why should I hear his courage? And why should the shadow come? Why should my heart feel lonely? For heavenly home. When Jesus is my portion, a curse the friend is he. His eye no sorrow. And I know Lord, he watches us. I sing because, Lord, I'm happy. And I sing because you know Thank you, Ms. Dickerson. We really needed that. I would like to say something to, I call my brothers and sisters at SEIU in the community, folks, and SEIU Local 1, thank you for participating. North Shore AFL, thank you for coming out. But it's important that we know that Black lives do matter, and I appreciate my brothers and sisters that are white that are out here marching and protesting with us. Because that's how Martin Luther King did it too. It wasn't just brothers out here and sisters. It took courage. Until we continue to have white folks coming to the table and saying enough is enough, then we're going to continue to have these problems that we have. So I appreciate you too as well for standing up and saying enough is enough and showing that not by just talking, but actually walking with us, protesting with us, in the streets with us, attending Poor People March with us, coming to Washington with us, marching downtown with us. That is very, very important to us. Because at the end of the day, we all we got out here. This is all we have. Until that day comes, we got to create a better future for our kids and our grandchildren. And I'm ashamed this country is transcending back to the 50s and the 60s. And if we don't get up and start fighting back now and taking our rights and make sure that we go vote in November, remember in November, then we will never get to the promised land. I thank you. Have a great day.
Will do.
I want to pass the mic over to SEIU District 1199 retiree Executive Board Lynn Ratcliffe.
I just want to say, Samara, I do get very emotional. Being a single mother of 2 black boys, being a grandmother of 4 black grandsons, being a great-grandmother of 2 more black great-grandsons. I was asked earlier today, how long am I going to do this fight? How long am I going to do this fight? And I promise you, until my last dying breath. And each and every one of us, we've got to. We owe these 2 young black boys right here every ounce of our being. Every ounce of our being to make sure they have a better land and a better country to live in. And every black child here, every grown black person here, enough is enough. Enough is enough. We got to keep trudging on. We got to. What do we want?